Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Diego Solis. Today, I would love to talk to you guys about my research done in ashwagandha. So, to start off, ashwagandha actually originated in India, Northern Africa, and the Middle East. India being the one that most of its culture dates back to. This is due to the fact that it's used for Ayurvedic medicine, which is traditional Indian medicine. And it's been dated all the way back to 6000 BC. The use of ashwagandha has been dated back so long because they believe that it's a rejuvenating drug that brings peace and harmony to their body, and that it also gives you an energy boost and promotes the lifespan of an individual. They also believe that it helps treat diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Nowadays, ashwagandha has been proven to reduce stress, help the immune system, and promote overall wellness of the body. Here in the US, you can find it over the counter. You can go to Walgreens, find it in ashwagandha root capsules, ashwagandha capsules and pills. Comes in a lot of forms. Also, ashwagandha powder is another one. Moving on to its taxonomy, scientific names actually Witania somnifera. Some of its common names are winter cherry, Indian ginseng, and ashwagandha. Winter cherry coming the fruit of ashwagandha looks like a cherry. The only difference is that it grows in colder and harsher environments. The term Indian ginseng means that origin of India, and the term ashwagandha actually gets divided into two terms, ashwa and horse. I mean, I'm so sorry. Ashwa meaning like a horse, gandha to smell like. So basically, you say that it smells like a horse. And this comes from the language Sanskrit. Some of the plants related to it are the family, the nightshades. Some of those plants include tomatoes, eggplants, and potatoes. Moving on to its morphology, there is two types, roots and leaves. Those are the ones we use the most nowadays. As you can see on the right, you got the plant. You can see the roots on the bottom. You can see the big leaves. You can see the fruit that look like cherries. And then the roots, they can be used in capsules and extracts. They get grinded down and made into a powder. And that's how we use them. And if you combine the roots and the leaves, they use it. That's an Ayurvedic medicine that is used to treat swollenness in the body and to treat wounds and burns. And the leaves are also used for Ayurvedic medicine to make teas, to treat fevers, flus, colds, stuff like that. Moving on to the chemical characteristics, what we're actually interested in is it's with A, which is a compound found in ashwagandha, mostly in the roots. Its chemical name is 5,6-epoxy 427 hydroxy 1-oxywitha 224 dianolide. And the plant actually makes this as a natural process of indirect metabolism, meaning that it helps the growth and development of the plant indirectly. And withafrinase is a withanolide, and withanolides are used within the plant for defense mechanisms. For example, to scare away herbivores with the way it smells. Also to kill microbes within the plant. And another way they get used is to inhibit growth of the plants around it. So the processing part of withafrin A is mostly done in the roots, like I said earlier. So what is done is that it gets extracted from the ground. Um, you get they get the roots and they dry them out and grind them down into a powder. So once you get the powder, we're trying to extract the withafrin A. So you start off by using a solvent like methanol or ethanol to wash down uh the withanolites, and some of the powder will go down with it, of course. So you got to filter that out and get now the solvents and the withanolites. So then you want to evaporate the solvent and any other stuff that we don't want. So all those evaporate with a lower boiling point. So you get the withanolites left over, and we want to purify the withafrinate from all the withanolites. So this can be done by column chromatography, done by it's used in organic chemistry, for those of you who have taken it, is basically a column that you can open and close a l- little thing to open it like at the bottom and let the liquid go by. So basically, with different flasks, you're changing it and getting different compounds as based off that polarity they come down. So once you get all the compounds, you want to test out to see which one is with that for an A. You can put it into a CNMR, HNMR to test for all the good stuff. You can also do some boiling point stuff and melting point to go based off its properties to make sure it's pure with FRNA, of course. So then we move on to the modification part, and scientists are actually really interested in with FRNA, but I will talk about that later in the slides. But with FRNA can be used to be added to other drugs and help anti-inflammatory. It's actually been proven that it decreases inflammation in rats, and we're really similar to rats genetically. So that's some way that scientists use to test different stuff, as we all know. And it's also used in dietary supplements for some people for losing weight, all that good stuff. And for its production with FRNA is actually hard to find as a extract itself. It's mostly used by scientists and doctors for testing and stuff. But you can of course find the ashwagandha root powder in pills, capsules. Yeah. Moving on to its product activity, it's actually a steroidolactone. As you can see, the first four rings starting from the bottom up are the steroid part, and the lactone part is the ring up here. As you can see, we got the ester right here. And steroids are actually used, the steroidolactones are actually used for therapeutic abilities. For example, recovery of the body quicker than usual. And then, so scientists, like I said earlier, I was going to talk about it now. Scientists are actually really interested in this because not only can it donate hydrogens and accept hydrogens. So now you're asking, what does this mean? So, whenever things can donate and accept things, they can do a bunch of different things. They can react to a bunch of different stuff. They can attach to smaller compounds, larger compounds, react with things based off different polarities. And this right here, we got the two alcohols right here. I can donate a hydrogen and attach this to something else and allow for more reactions. And then we got the alpha beta unsaturated ketone, which can go Michael's reaction at the beta position to actually, it's been proven to promote cytotoxicity, which is the ability to kill cancer cells and bacteria. And this was done in an experiment done by Issa and Quindet. And whenever they had multiple myeloma cells, they added with to it and actually stopped the cell growth by 50% and promoted apoptosis within the cells, which is cell death. And another experiment that they ran is something us as people taking this, we don't want to put something in their body that's gonna harm it. You don't want to put it and make it kill all your cells and just run through everything, but it actually selected only the cancer stem cells and it left normal cells alone and intact. So moving on towards the end, ashwagandha actually lowers blood levels. And so if you have hypoglycemia, it is not recommended for you to take ashwagandha because your blood levels will just go extremely down, and that's not what you want. Some of the side effects are actually nausea, diarrhea, stomach upset, and allergic reactions. There is no conclusive relationship between the increase of testosterone and taking ashwagandha. So for me, when I started taking ashwagandha, I started taking it because some of my friends told me it will increase my testosterone. But now, sadly, I found out that it's not been found true. It's not been found false, but they haven't found a true relationship that actually is a cause of the increase of testosterone. So my hopes are still up. And lastly, one misconception is still goes on in India, uh, possibly that it spreads to the U.S. It has spread to the U.S. is that it cures every problem within the person physically and mentally. Well, that is not true. It actually is not true at all. And I got a little meme right here. It's like when you take ashwagandha, it doesn't solve every single one of your life problems. That was so funny. It has a little monkey. Like, what do you mean? How is that not true? So, yep. Thank you guys for watching. I really enjoyed presenting to you guys. If you guys have any questions, you guys can shoot me an email at diego.solis@kwu.edu. Again, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great winter break. Thank you.